Before you say no or "but what am I supposed to do?" hear me out. Over the last 2 years, there have been a lot of videos made about how games are no longer fun. I've made a few of these on this channel, and they usually boil down to the same few points, but they're personalized based on the person making the video. And you know what? These videos aren't bad either. They speak to things like growing disinterest, burnout, and gaming culture, all genuine topics, but all discussed at a tiresome degree. There's one part of this discussion that I've never heard talked about in larger circles. I've mentioned them a little bit in previous videos, but never really expanded on it. Hopefully you can explore this concept with me, and I will try my best to explain my thoughts in a relevant fashion. You consume too much gaming content. I remember being a kid and getting a new game that I had seen at Walmart. In my particular case, it was the MMORPG Star Wars The Old Republic. I can't seem to make a video without at least mentioning this gem of a game. I was in Walmart with my dad and I begged him to buy it for me. I was begging for this game without doing one key thing: research. This was 2011. YouTube and gaming had already taken off, so if I wanted to do a little extra research on a game, I totally could, but that wasn't important back then. Deciding to play a video game came down to a simple question: do I think I'd like this? This was the foundation of my gaming experiences. There was none of this seeing a game in a store and, before buying it, heading to Steam to read reviews or go on YouTube to watch a dreadful "is X game worth playing in 2020 X" video. I genuinely loathe these types of videos, but I can't be critical of them without admitting that I made a handful of those same videos with those same titles as recently as 2023. The most common argument I hear for watching these videos is that you, as the consumer, want to make the best choice possible, not just with your time, but with your hard-earned dollars. While I understand both of those things, those questions had been being asked ever since you could buy literally anything. The biggest difference in our gaming choices as kids versus adults is that we think about the money now. Our friends and family bought us these games for our birthdays and Christmases, growing up, so it wasn't about money then, and it certainly wasn't about time. And I would argue it's not really about time now, as I'm about to turn 29 and still heavily enjoy video games. Yes, we get older. We have responsibilities, jobs, relationships, and the ups and downs of life. But how many of us would use video games as a form of escape from the real world, if not just for an hour or two? Instead of doing that, most people have turned gaming from an enjoyable activity into something else entirely. They watch gaming content like it's cable television or Netflix. When they aren't playing the game, they're consuming content about the game. Maybe it's a review or a first impressions video, or worse, my brutally honest thoughts about X game. Can I just ask you a question, or a couple questions? Who cares about what someone says about a game you like? Why does a "before you buy" have more of a say in your gaming experience than you do? Why does someone's opinion about the latest MMO expansion or update matter to you? Are you them? Is your enjoyment of the game dependent on someone else's view? If so, why? We don't let anyone tell us what music to listen to or which album is the best. We don't let people decide our favorite color or who we love. Why would gaming be any different? There will always be a difference of opinion in everything. There is no avoiding that, and frankly, I would be worried if we tried to construct an echo chamber around us. This isn't that though. Why do so many people let this happen to them? It's mindless entertainment. I've read so many comments on my Just Game on Weekends video where people say, I just watch people play games, I don't really play them anymore. And that's kind of depressing in my opinion. Some people do more than that. They watch gaming video after gaming video. Then they listen to a podcast about games. Then they see a short on why the gaming industry sucks. No wonder people don't have fun with games anymore. They're consuming gaming in more ways outside of just playing the games. I stopped doing that in 2024. I no longer watch gaming content unless I'm intentionally looking for something specific, like a guide to a puzzle I'm stuck on after 2 hours of trying, or if someone puts together a 4-hour video on the Assassin's Creed franchise. Shout out to Marco for making this, by the way. If you enjoy Assassin's Creed, I think it would be an enjoyable watch for you. I stopped paying attention to gaming industry news because honestly, it wasn't enhancing my gaming experience in any meaningful way. This is not me telling you that if you're someone who is passionate about game design and industry details to stop enjoying that. Everyone is different. However, I bet that your average consumer of gaming news and rundowns and my honest thoughts videos are just casual viewers who are consuming everything gaming. There is one gaming channel that I do watch semi-regularly, and that's BBK Dragoon, as he's someone I've watched since 2013, and I really only tune into the games I've played recently to see if there is something that I might find cool looking. A very clear distinction that I want to make here is that there's a difference between watching a video where a person is talking about a game they love and showing aspects of it that people might miss versus watching the 20th iteration of the downfall of Xbox or the massive decline of AAA game studios. Are both types of entertainment? Absolutely. Though one is passionate and the other is algorithmic slop. This is not a judgment on people who make videos like this. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, go get the bag. It is what it is. Ever since I stopped watching gaming videos just because, I have found that spark of enjoying video games again. Gaming isn't on my mind 24/7. And because of that, I've been more open to playing titles I would have never considered before, like Tales of Arise or Trackmania. I've also gotten back into other games that I thought I was sick of. It turns out I was just overloaded on gaming consumption. You may have noticed that I've used words like consume and consumption over, say, words like watch or watching, and that's by design. Sure, technically everything we do is consumption. Playing World of Warcraft with a video about WoW on the second monitor is mindless consumption. Sitting down to watch a carefully created WoW retrospective by Mad Season Show without doing anything else is watching a video. You're watching a video about a topic that you enjoy or find interesting. You're not just mindlessly consuming content. Not only is watching very specific and meaningful content more fulfilling, but you'll actually remember it. Can you recall the last 10 gaming shorts you watched? Probably not, but you definitely remember the 45-minute modded zombies video, probably for a lot longer too. My point is, stop watching gaming content and just play the games that you enjoy. Who cares if nobody likes it or if it's poorly reviewed? If the game speaks to you, if you think you might have fun, play the game. What's the worst that can happen? You may waste an hour on it, but let's be honest, that hour was probably going to be spent watching meaningless videos about how that game sucks anyway. Oh well, at least you actually did something for you.